Hello traders, hope everyone is doing great. Uh, Welcome to Divine Forex, our official YouTube channel. And don't forget to kindly please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Then like, comment anything you wish to see us posting on our YouTube channel. Please comment there in our comment section, like, and please kindly share to your fellows or friends, family, so that we can expand our community. And in front of you here is our weekly market breakdown and the market analysis for the coming week, starting from Monday to Friday. And in front of you are a few pairs that I think on the coming week we might have possible scenarios that might happen, either to have short trades or long trades on our pairs. And following pairs are the pairs that I think for the coming week might have some good opportunities to trade. And the first instrument is dollar index, whereby this instrument I usually focusing on it or look at it, analyzing it, so as to get the general overview of the USD currency, that is, so that I can have a great advantage on the USD related pairs, especially euro dollar, USD CHF, Swiss franc, USD CAD, Aussie dollar, and New Zealand dollar, USD, and GBP USD. The coming week of GBP USD, for the coming week of USD CAD, AUDUSD, NZDUSD, AUDUSD, GBP AUDUSD CHF, Euro CHF, and the Pound CAD. These are the main pairs that I'll be focusing for the coming week, so that see the possible scenarios. Either we can have long trades or short trade. Yeah, without wasting your time, let's begin with DXY. DXY in front of you here, the weekly time frame. As you can see here on the weekly time frame, the price is bullish. Bullish because price is respecting demand areas while removing supply areas. And you can see here we have a bullish trend line that is respected. So price respects both, have respected both a bullish trend line, weekly bullish trend line, also a weekly demand zone. And also it has already removed the weekly. It has already removed weekly supply. Here is a weekly supply which have been removed. This one, this weekly supply have already been removed. So for the coming week, my expectation is that price dollar index will continue pushing up, moving up further and further, even creating new higher highs for the dollar index. So this means what? This means that if dollar will be strong for the coming week, means that the dollar related pairs for the pair that dollar is a base currency, I expect for them to be bullish also at the dollar index. And for those US dollar related pairs in which USD, the quote currency, they expect it to be bearish. So especially Euro USD for the coming week, I expect it to be bearish, GBP USD to be bearish, Aus dollar to be bearish, and NZDUSD to be bearish because of this strength of USD. So if you are an intraday trader or scalper for the coming week, I would advise you to look only for the buying opportunities on the DXY. So DXY for the coming week, there is high probability for it to continue to start pushing to the upside after the end of this correction or retracement or liquidation phase. So let's go to GBPUSD and see what is happening or what have happened last week and now what is going to happen, what we think we expect it to happen for the coming week. That is next week from starting tomorrow on Monday. Yeah, GBPUSD, as you can see here, also we have a clear downtrend. This supply zone have been removed by this demand zone. Also, price after removing this has created a new valley. Then it has dropped to the downward. And by definition, on the supply and demand, as per rules, we say that for the downtrend, in order for price to be in a downtrend, then one opposing level for that is supply zone must be removed. I mean, demand zone must be removed. If this is a demand zone and you expect for price to be in a downtrend, then price might remove this level. After removing this level, then we might have a possibility of drawing a bearish trend. So this scenario is the same as this scenario up here. So this one is a completely downtrend. Though, as you can see here on the downside here, at the bottom here, we have a demand, weekly demand in a control. We have weekly demand in a control. So this weekly demand in a control might not shake your mind or adjust your mind. You have to look also on the higher time frame of this sequence, because myself, I use weekly, daily, and 4 hours. So when we go to the higher time frame of my sequence, that is monthly, you can see some differences. You can see here on the monthly also we have a downtrend. Okay, and we don't have a monthly demand on these areas. So that weekly area of demand might be an area that where price might bounce and you create a liquidation phase or correction phase before proceeding with a monthly or higher time frame trend. So in my perspective, I expect there is high probability of GBPUSD to continue pushing down and finally take out this level, this weekly demand zone, My expectation is that to see the weekly demand zone is taken out and the price continue with its trend on GBPUSD. Though we have to be careful once price arrives at this area. So if we have a short-term trade and taken around these areas here, we have to take partial profit once price arrives at this area and wait for the price to take out or remove this area of demand, and then add another positions to the downside. So I'll be watching on the GBPUSD on the weekly time frame. We have a bearish trend line. This is a confluence. It acts as an impedance or resistance. Sometimes price respects these areas of support and resistance if you drew them correctly. So I think this area have already respected this trend line, this resistance area around this area. So it's now the beginning of a place where price we might see it is starting dropping down. Though there is a possibility of price breaking this level and coming all the way up to these areas of supply on the weekly time frame. So let's see what will happen in the coming week. But my bias on this GBPUSD due to the dollar index appearance, I expect the GBPUSD to continue pushing down. Another pair is dollar CAD. Dollar CAD, as you can see here on the weekly time frame, the weekly supply here around these levels here is in control, and they managed to push price to the downside, though the trend, the weekly trend is bullish. This means that this means that the whole movement here, this bearish movement on the weekly time frame, this whole movement means that this is a correction. Price is correcting, is doing correction toward these levels of demand. Now that removes all these highs here around these areas here. So what I expecting from the coming days or coming week is to see price tap these areas here, or if not, if it will not manage to tap here because it is almost too low to the weekly areas of demand. So we might expect anything to happen around these levels, then price boom, pushing to the upside. So as you can see, the price action of the DXY, it is still bullish. So I expect these levels of demand on the weekly time frame to be respected and price continue to the weekly trend. Not only that, if we go to the daily time frame on this current pair, we can see the daily demand is already in control, and this daily demand is nested within the weekly areas of demand. So we'll be looking for the good confirmations on lower time frames, especially 4 hours, so as to get a clear buying buyers and take advantage on it. So to have a longs on the USD CAD. Another pair is AUDUSD. AUDUSD on the weekly time frame seems to be bearish. Yeah, and the price has encountered a 20 EMA moving average. This moving average acts as a resistance, and here the price has already tapped these resistance levels over here. These are the resistance levels over here, and we have a 20 moving average. So this is a confluence saying that on the lower time frame we might have confirmations of going short, or anytime around these areas the price might change its direction to the downside, and this is a correction phase. This is a liquidation phase after a very strong rally impulse to the downside. So, and the trend is still a bearish trend. As you can see on the DXY, the trend is bullish. So these pairs are inversely correlated. So on the coming days or coming week, I expect the AUDUSD to continue pushing downside, creating new lows, lower lows and lower highs. This is a weekly time frame. So if you are looking for the buyers on this AUDUSD for the coming days, I would advise you to look for the selling opportunities only. Another pair is NZDUSD. NZDUSD also, the trend is bearish, and you can see here price is creating lower lows and lower highs. We have a clear lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low. We expect a new lower high before continuing to we expect a new lower high around these areas and then form a new lower low. So this is a correction move. This is a correction. Price is correcting, and you can see here for the coming week around these areas, yeah, we might have a strong rejection around these areas. Also, we have 20 EMA confluence. So we'll be looking for the selling opportunities on the lower time frames, especially 4 hour and daily, so that we can take advantage on the bearish move, because the buyers is still bearish and the trend is still bearish. So let's watch it and monitoring it very carefully. Another pair is Aussie Swiss franc. Aussie Swiss franc on the weekly time frame, the trend is bullish. Yeah, we have a rally base. This is a base. This is a 50% candle. I have an indicator showing that 50% body candle, indicating that this is the basing candle. We have a clear base at this area. We have a clear base, a very strong base, and now the weekly demand is in control. We have a 20 EMA conference, and the weekly demand in control. We have a strong bullish engulfing candle. This indicates that bullish trend is very strong, So my expectation of the coming week is bullish, the price to continue its bullish trend after this, the end of this liquidation. This is a correction, and the correction is already ended. So for the coming days, expecting the AUDUSD franc to continue push up, pushing up to the higher time frames structures. So the Audi chief, my current bias is bullish, and if you are looking for the setup on this Audi chief, I would advise you to focus on the buying opportunities, because the general trend, the higher time frame trend, is bullish, and always the trend is our friend. We might not trade, we are not supposed to trade against the trend. Trend is our trend, and if we want to be more profitable with a good risk to reward ratio, we must focus on the trend trading only. Another pair is GBPUSD. Let's see, GBPUSD, the higher time frame, that is the weekly time frame, is in a downtrend. Yeah, clear, taken out. The demand zone has been already taken out, with this supply zone, and now currently here supply zone is weekly supply is in control. So for the lower time frames, we should look for the clear areas of supply on the lower time frame, so as to take advantage on the bearish move. The GBPUSD, the higher time frame, is bearish, price is trending to the downward, and for the coming week, I expect the more bearish momentum. Coming weeks and days, more bearish momentum to proceed to proceed to creating lower lows and the lower high. So the GBPUSD for the coming days or coming weeks will be as bearish. So let's be careful on monitoring this, so that we can get a good risk to reward and good trades with good pips. As you know, pounds are moving, are very liquid, so their movement are very huge with nice pips. Okay. Yeah. Another pair is USDCAD. USDCAD is moving well with dollar index. We have a clear uptrend. Yeah, we have a bullish trend line. Price was overextended, but we have a strong. This is a correction move. A strong bearish engulfing candle showing the beginning of correction, and I think the correction might end around these areas here. Around these areas. Why these areas? Because we have 20 EMA here, moving average, indicating areas of resistance. Areas of support here, preventing price from keep moving to the downside. So my expectation for the coming days or coming weeks, I expect USD chief to start moving to the upside, even creating new higher highs. And this USDCHFY, because the higher time frame trend is bullish. And I expect more bullish moves to the upside after the end of this correction. So I would like to advise you, if you're looking for the trading opportunities on this USDCHF, we might look for the buying opportunities only. We have to look for the confirmations on the lower time frame, so that to continue with the higher time frame trend. Another pair is Euro Chief. Here is Euro Chief. As you can see on the higher time frame weekly, we have a clear downtrend with weekly supply in control. Also on the daily time frame, the daily time frame is out of alignment. Price is in a bullish consolidation. So my expectations on this pair for the coming days is to see that price came back to these areas of supply of daily before continuing to with a bullish move. After reaching here, then to see new bullish move, bearish move. After reaching to these areas of supply, then I would like to see new bearish move so that the price might get into the realignment with a higher time frame, that is weekly time frame. So for the next week, I would my expectation is to see that price came back to these areas of supply, daily supply, nested within the higher time frame levels of supply, that is weekly time frame, before proceeding with the general trend, that is downtrend. So my bias for the Euro Chief is still bearish because the weekly time frame is still trending to the downside, and the weekly supply is still in control. Another pair is pound CAD. The last two pair is pound CAD. The GBPCAD is down. As you can see here, areas of supply, areas of demand are taken out. New areas of demand are being created. So we have a clear downtrend. So if we are looking for the trading opportunities, the only bias to focus on is to look for the selling opportunities only, because the higher time frame is bearish and we have a clear bearish trend, and we have some bearish engulfing candles indicated that bearish pressure is very strong, or bearish move is very strong. And if we come to this lower time frame, daily time frame, we can see here we have a clear also downtrend on the daily time frame. So we have to look for the trading opportunities, selling opportunities on lower time frame. This is GBPCAD. Up to that point, I think this is my watch list for the coming week, and these are the pairs that I'll be focusing for the coming days and coming weeks up to Friday. So if you have any pair, you can recommend there on the comment section so that I will analyze for you and share with you here in our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that loads of contents are coming. And now a kind of series of how to do top-down analysis. I've already uploaded episode 1, and episode 2 is around the corner. It is on the way coming. I've already uploaded it very soon, as soon as possible. Before Monday, it will be on air. It will be live on our YouTube channel. So please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel so that to get these free contents, valuable and free contents in our channel only. Thank you, and I wish you a good and beautiful trading week and profitable trading week. Thank you so much.